Welcome back. We are back playing Victoria 3, and this time we are going to be restarting our Ottomans run. We are looking for the Healthy Man of Europe and the Tycoon achievement, and before on my previous start I didn't realize that the event chain for the Ottomans was timed, and so this changes how we need to approach it, and so I think we have to focus less on liberalizing and more on doing the Sick Man of Europe reforms. So that's all these Tanzimat reforms. So in order to do this, we're actually going to take a really aggressive start that is meant to make us a lot of money, and we're going to use like all this authority for making money instead of trying to reform the government. So first off, we're going to bolster the Intelligentsia. Normally we bolster the Intelligentsia and the Industrialists. We're going to do just the Intelligentsia. We're going to raise taxes. Normally we wouldn't want to do this, but I think we want to just come out the gate as strong as possible and then eat the fact that we're going to create a ton of radicals and maybe have a civil war, but so it goes. We do need to suppress separatism, so we have to keep secession movements low. So we might need to crack some heads with some decrees, but that's okay. So we're going to tax stuff to get the most money possible without taxing anything that is not a sin tax, basically. Or we want to go after luxuries more so than other goods. And then porcelain, I guess. So we've gone from being in a slight deficit to having an enormous money pool, but we're actually going to get even bigger money pool. We're going to delete all of our navy. Because it's expensive to maintain, and now we're up to like 50k. We have shipwrights at the start. We're going to switch them over to civilian shipbuilding, and then we are going to, in the rural PMs, switch all of them over to fishing trawlers. Okay, so that's kind of the start in terms of the economics, getting stuff in order. Now, here's the tricky bit in terms of the laws. We want to pass a bunch of laws that the landowners oppose. We are going to have a tough time getting through the landowners, and I think there's not too many ways about it. We're just going to have to brute force through them. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take them out of government. We're going to eventually want the industrialists in, but this will make it tick slower. And we want to take them out of government and try and pass stuff that is going to make the local governors weaker and the intelligentsia and the industrialists stronger, because those two will be our sort of our unholy alliance in order to break through them. And so the first thing we're going to go for is appointed bureaucrats. There's a good chance we end up stalling out on this because there's huge opposition from the local governors, but we are going to go for it anyways, because this will empower the intelligentsia and weaken the landowners. Second of all, we have two kind of like things we are concerned about. We are concerned about getting a more modern military, and we are also concerned about getting new production methods that allow us to get away from old methods of production that empower the petite bourgeoisie, and so we can instead empower the industrialists, who we're going to use to pass a lot of reforms. So I think the first thing we have to go for is we have to go for lathe, and then mechanical tools, and then we can kind of back off. It's also very tempting to go for colonization because we have a large population, and there's some good places at the start of the game that have gold output. So there's a bit of tension here, and I'm uncertain which way is better. I think we're going to go for colonization first, because we do not have too many laws. We're gonna want to let the landowners cool down a little after we try and pass this, and this will give us another good useful law to try and pass through them. Okay, now we have 50k to work with, and so what we're going to want to do is dramatically increase our construction center. In order to support this, the construction center, we are going to create 2 trade routes, one for softwood and one for fabric, if we can find a good fabric one. We're going to import from the Russian market, and we're going to set this to protect domestic supply. Now we're going to go to fabric, and again set it to protect domestic supply, and look and see if we can get any decent productive one going. It is very likely that the Egyptians will embargo us at some point, so we are going to import from the French. Sacre-bleu. Now, it's a little bit of tax waste, not a lot, but we are going to want to get rid of it pretty quick here, so we are going to first build a whole bunch of construction centers, and when I say a whole bunch, I mean a real whole bunch. Because this was the entire point of getting this enormous surplus. I think we can support 10. Now, normally what this would do is it would shoot up the price of softwood, and let's also get our Diplo stuff in order. Oh, that's the wrong one. We want to improve relations with great powers who might interfere with us. There we go. Seems good enough. And I suppose Persia, maybe? Okay. Now we're going to slowly wind up all this. And use it to push through these reforms. So, to push these journal entries through. It's going to take a little while. We actually, let's see, let's look at our diplomatic lens. We're going to embargo Egypt because they are importing softwood from us, and we do not want them to be taking our softwood. Alright, after these start to finish, we're going to want to... Alright, we don't care about conscriptable battalions too much. We want to avoid the radicalism. Because we are going to focus more on a standing army in order to get that through. Or in order to get the military to be effective. Enact landed voting. I mean, I would not absolutely hate landed voting. That's kind of interesting. Because it will make less power from aristocrats. Well, we are gonna switch some PMs. We're going to switch all these to hardwood at some point, kind of early on, because we are importing the other ones. But where are we here? So now we have to switch over some of our logging camps, I think, to hardwood. Bit. Still running this enormous surplus. Now we have lost some authority, but we are going to keep our taxes on and just let the opposition get stymied and mad. Because we are kind of trying to push this through really aggressively. Can we... I am looking to see if we can rival anyone worth rivaling. Kind of rival Spain. And that would allow us to improve relations with someone else. I think it's not worth it, because we don't want... We're going to go to war with Egypt kind of early on here. We don't want to do that. We just need to get our iron and tools and weapons up after we get all this construction up. And there's a good chance this falls through and we have to lean on something else, which is why we're researching colonization first. Oops, sorry about the noise of the stuff. Alright, silk is really expensive, so we'll also... A lot of radicals are from discrimination because we have such a multicultural thing going on without having laws that really favor it. Scopia, I think, is one of the places that radicalizes kind of early, so we will to do that, and it wants us to expand iron mines there anyways. So that'll be our first little shtick, and then we do want to make more tooling because we need the... We want to switch the production method on our iron, which requires tools and coal, I think, and then after that we go straight military, I think. So, we're going to want to send some of these to auto-expand. We can change the PMs, I think, away from... No, we can't. Until we change production method. I'm going to speed things up a little bit. And we are bolstering the Intelligentsia early, so we can, mainly for this one. We might switch to bolstering the Industrialists later, because they will have some of the reforms we want. Alright. I think we can take the authority hit, but we can really take that, so... This is starting to get expensive. Are goods expensive in our market? Expensive government goods, paper and clippers. So we will want to make a paper mill there. Clippers are expensive. So we'll do this as well. Alright. We want the enactment chance. How much bureaucracy do we have? So we could afford to take a -90 hit. And we will also pretty early here add a government admin here, which is one of the places that classically has a big deficit. We will try and not make Russia mad, not poke the bear. Alright, now we will look at PMs a little bit. We want to be switching to industrial PMs, but specifically we really want to get this off the road, so we need the atmospheric engine pump. That might be what we research next. We can start getting the coal going, though. Well, and what are you paying a lot for, my guys? Hate how much it takes to get to here. A lot for tobacco and a lot for softwood. We're currently trying to import a lot, and we are making way too much money. Classic problem. More money, more problems. We will make 2 more construction centers. We want to actually be running a little bit of a deficit. We'll make 3 construction centers. which should put us in a deficit, so we start winding this down. Then we do want to also make a uni, which will also increase expenses, but it will be good for us overall. A little bit of tax waste. Still running a surplus. Okay, coming down. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And we're getting a lot of construction done. Okay, now we just have to keep this for a while. We have to have what do we currently... We're currently paying for military PMs we don't want to be. I apologize. We need to change this all to infantry focus, which means we need more construction centers. So we passed colonization, now we want the atmospheric engine pump. And then some iron mines. So we have pig iron tools. We are going to want more of this as well. Still making too much money. Gonna kick the university at the top because that will have an expense. We're gonna lose rank. That is fine. I think we could actually get rid of it by recruiting a general where we need. Let's take a look. To be ready to run at 20k negative. Alright, we will definitely do that. And this will help us make a lot more in taxes as well. Let's see, once the tooling gets done, we're going to switch to atmospheric engine. Or how much? We have a big malice. We don't want to... So we have to finish all the one techs before that, so we don't get the malice. So it's going to be a little bit till we get the pump. Pump it up. Oh, this should be at the top. What are you doing with our lives? We don't, yeah, we're currently hemorrhaging value to, or we would be if we were at the top of our gold reserves. Actually, I think we are. I think we are still hemorrhaging value. If we gain. Let's see if we can make any... import also for the Austrian market more wood. This is something that we could like produce domestically ourselves, but we are trying to wind up aspects of our economy as fast as possible. That way because we are on a timer for all this. So we will switch to lathe, and then get the atmospheric engine pump. Because once you have all the tier 1s, then the tier 2s get cheaper to research. Okay, we will also look to get the first event chain for that. We're making money again. That's a no-no. I think we can just turn on go to construction. We're in construction. Just turn on iron frame buildings in one of these. And then look to slowly transition to all iron frame. Which will decrease our need for wood. But we will get a lot more construction as we are doing, and we're focusing like entirely on tools and focusing basically entirely on tools and steel or iron here. The coal we will not need quite yet. And then as tools get cheaper, that'll pull down the price of construction goods. Which is what we want. Should probably build a little bit of clothiers or furniture. Actually, if we can make services cheaper if we get coal mines by activating street lamps. Clippers are really, or they're kind of expensive. They're going to come down. Hopefully we enact bureaucrats on this go. I'm going to have to look at what law we want to go next. Don't think we can just go for it. How mad would it? They will radicalize if we go for it there. But instead, I think we can get rid of state religion. And then on the following one, try and get rid of traditionalism. Just kind of in a more accelerated fashion than we were planning. Land-based taxation, I think in order to change this, we need traditionalism out, so I'm not expecting it to pass, but perfect. So, we do not have it would only slightly oppose agrarianism, so maybe this is we want to get the Unholy Alliance going, but it will slow down our enactment a little bit. We will do it though. And then agrarianism's not what we want in the end. I think what we do is we I can't even switch to it if I wanted to. So once they recover from being annoyed at us for here, we can go interventionalism. I don't think we can go laissez-faire. Yeah. So we will go colonial exploitation. Wait for the cooldown on and then we will do this so that the landowners cool down so that we can enact interventionism without radicalizing them, or try to enact it without radicalizing them. We need to activate a lot more of these iron frame buildings. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want to see. Deficit. What is your input that you need? What? Iron. Okay. Ah, because the iron frame buildings. And this. Where did this come from? Ah, middle managers deactivated. Okay. So, we will turn this back to wooden. Back to wooden. Because iron's just really expensive. And then we need, desperately, because we're not going to get the petite bourgeoisie happy with us with what we're doing. We're also, this is why we're not making money. And then now that that's finished, we are going to put on the streetlights, which is going to drive the demand for coal, which previously there was no demand. I think we can just let that sit negative. We don't care that we're losing prestige, or it's going to disappear. This run for a bit. Everything's fine. We don't care that all this is negative. But it's okay. The Sunni and Lemma are going to be pissed with us with what we're doing. Looks like it is shifting around a lot. We don't care about running this negative because we don't care about the prestige at this moment. And we would rather have all the things we have going on. But iron is really what's expensive, so... Mosul? Yeah, we don't care about radicalizing people in Mosul. And now it is time to start turning these back on again. Oh, that's a big increase because iron's so expensive. But all we're doing is building more iron mines. So... might need another bureaucratic administration. Gonna see where we have insufficient tax capacity. Mainly Ankara, okay. We're gonna tick all these under the iron. Allow us to switch the production methods to help out the industrialists a little bit, which we desperately need to do. And so we will switch this. Notice, petite bourgeoisie owned, privately owned. For this, we are also going to need more tooling workshops. Skopje, and one in Thessaly. And then now we are doing the atmospheric engine. Which will allow us to do more iron, more construction, and then we go right into mills. And attack Egypt. Let's see what the landowners are at. If the landowners get positive, even +1, we might want to switch them. Switch which law we're passing on the next tick. Buildings. Running too big a surplus, so here we go. Taste that. What is a domestic good that we need? I was gonna joke, what is one? Like, we're not ever building it, but... Is coal expensive? It's still... Okay, we need to kick a coal up to make services cheaper. And then we actually probably need another one of these out in Albania. And then we'll be okay-ish. I'm gonna add another couple of these at the bottom of the queue. What are you short on? Iron. Okay, well... Shoot. Alright, then I have to turn off the iron frame, some of them. Despite running a huge surplus. Because it's just the iron don't have enough. Oh. I could just import it. How is this not efficient route? Or super efficient? Interesting. Is it because we just brought the price way down? Also put 2 more and another papery in the queue. We want the paper somewhere else, someplace that doesn't have an urban center yet. Really don't want to be running this huge surplus. Gonna decrease taxes for a little bit. We just have to get more iron all up and running. Let's look at market prices. Coal, we have a shortage. We're gonna actually build more coal things then. could build another construction center that isn't, yeah, I like this idea. That is an iron frame. Because we want to do the more construction, but we can't afford it. Sure. We can't afford the iron input. It's not that we can't afford the extra construction. Okay, let's just take a step back. That one's just 16 years. We have to reconquer Syria. We have to urbanize. University got to get up to 5. We got to modernize the army. We're not using a lot of our cargo stuff, so we can save a little money here. How's the price of iron? Not too bad, so we will turn on another one of these. Once we get atmospheric engine pump, we will need more coal, so we'll just put this down into the queue. Do we break for a little bit of consumer goods? Alright, we want to build the consumer goods where there is no urban center. We already have stuff going in Baghdad. I'm gonna check all our PMs real quick. That is another way we can help our urban centers. That's kind of in line with what we're trying to do, which is just, you know, build up. We want all of our arms industries in here. Actually, we can find one other place, I think, to build them. We want it to be close to the capital, but without an urban center yet. I think they're gonna get one. They have one. We can do it here. I think we can turn on another construction center. bureaucratic shortfall when this passes, so we will want to... The bureaucratic shortfall is particularly bad because it's just wasted tax capacity or whatever. So, like, it's completely wasted. Like, if you tax your pops less, you'll take in less money. And so it's, like, not a big deal. But if you... We actually will get rid of one of these consumption taxes. Because we were running negative... Well, we were running negative 150 authority, and then it ticked down. But that is kind of a bad modifier to have, because it makes people who are out of government, which for us includes the landowners, it makes them upset. They are neutral though, so once we pass... Yeah, we can beat that. A little bit. How powerful are the Industrialists? Because they are the ones... We actually are going to stop bolstering them. And we're going to start bolstering the Industrialists instead. The reason being is they are the ones who are going to try and pass the economic reform. So they are a little bit more important, I think, at this juncture. This start feels a lot stronger. What do we need for education reform? Our battalions have to get up to 250. This is a lot of stuff to pass. Maybe we just got unlucky with the guy dying so early. He's 55 though. Oh, maybe it's 250 total, so we care about conscriptable battalions, but just for that only. Huh. We're gonna need more coal mines and tools for when we finish the tech. We're gonna have to find a place that does not have an urban center, that we want one. We will just tick that up, actually, to the top. This way we'll be in, I think that's Konya, yep. Trying to get these urban centers up. Not going to go for the steel for quite a while here. Let's see. What do we want here? Probably is the place? Oh, why you can't find people to hire? When's the next place? South Serbia. I guess we can try and go for food industries here. To try and get the urban centers up. Are we paying a lot for construction goods? Probably. Let's see if... we want to switch it over to hardwood. Nope. Okay. We kind of want to maintain a large bank, a largish bank, so we don't want to run this for super, super long. But we're planning on increasing taxes, so we can increase taxes as needed. And this tooling workshop's going to finish just in time for the atmospheric engine pump, which we will first activate on the coal mines, and then the iron mines. And then we're going to kind of clear out the rest of our queue. Actually don't need this last food industries. And want to move this one to the top. But then we go for arms. We're going to put that at the bottom. We're going to abandon trying to pass this. And we will try and pass interventionalism, which they only oppose, but this is a little bit of a long shot. It'll help a lot if we get it through them. Atmospheric engine pump is passed. Perfect. We're going to enact it first here, which will make a lot more coal, which we will then use in here. Make a lot more iron. Mechanical tools is already getting researched. I think intensive agriculture would be useful. Do we need egalitarianism for any... No. Start going mill tax. And now this can go to the bottom because we are not going to pass colonialism. I want you to get an urban center. How is the urbanization going? No, it's friggin' not. We got 10, 20. Well, just a moment. Sorry, we are back. Much apologies. I think we're gonna get some urbanization off of this, but we do want to give this place some urbanization, and we have right now total give any urbanization? 45, 50. So I think it stands if we get if we get a wheat farm and a tobacco plantation, we'll get our urban center here. And here we have, let's see, 10, 20, 25, 30. That should do it. We do want lead eventually. Bosnia, what do you need? Is it 10 per level? 20 urbanization total. 10, so that's 30. 40 total. So why don't you have an urban center? Okay, so you will do that with one wheat farm. You're not even close. $55, but you're going to have 75. $85. That'll get you there. You need 30 more. But the paper mill is 20 apiece, right? So you need 10 more after that. We're going to turn the expensive taxes back on. I think I resumed this. Yeah, I did. We'll time out in third. Complete 4 journal entries. Oh, so we don't even need to complete all of them. We don't need to reclaim Syria. We can just do 1, 2, 3. So if we do complete 4, urbanization, education reform, suppress separatism. Oh, but we can't get this one. That seems like a bug. So we have to go to war with Egypt. But we don't necessarily need to modernize the army. Building is not a barracks. This is like so weirdly worded. All Ottoman buildings is not a barracks, or so all barracks have to have activated But we have more than 17 barracks. Okay. Lead will allow us to do leaded glass. Why don't we kick that to the top of the queue? And then I think we can turn on, or start turning on, market squares? No, we'll lose money. Don't have any glass. That's right. How close are you? That'll get you there. I don't... Okay, I think that just is good. Making a ton, so we gotta start turning on some of these construction centers again. Or we get to start turning them on. The iron's not expensive. I think I'll take the tech, thanks. Gonna throw the arms industries at the bottom. Put the glass work at the top. And after those finish, we will need more iron. I want to try and see if... So Trabzon, Northern, Skopje, Bosnia. So that'll get you the old urbanization you need. That'll help get you there. For a total of 15 years versus I have 13 years left, I think. Got it, so I actually don't need to go to war and take out Egypt, I just have to do everything else. And interventionalism will help a lot. Alright. Can actually start going for steel here. Can we build it in a place that doesn't have an urban center yet? You're going to have one. And then we'll switch to steel tools, which will decrease the need for iron. So we're going to have has 60. Oh, we already have enough queued up to get up there. But you have 50. Kind of don't want to build the steel out here, where it feels a little vulnerable. So any places over here that are not urban centered up yet. This one's working on it. This one I think finishes with the iron mine. Yeah. Oh, gotta turn on leaded glass to create demand. You're at 75, so close is this guy? Not very. Baghdad should be much closer. Baghdad's at 85. So one steel mill will do it there. And we can switch to steel tools. Starting to get really close on the having an urban center everywhere. Unless places are not incorporated, I didn't even check. Okay. Now we'll be missing like states like this and the little ones. So let's take a look. Are you close? No. Close? No. Are you close? Closer. So these are the ones that kind of hold me back a little bit. You might be the closest. Oh, this would have been a nice place for the steel, because it's... Yeah, we'll actually build the steel here. So that'll add 40, and then we can add 50, cancel this, I guess we'll let it go. Time to expand construction a bit more. Will this nuke iron prices? Yeah. I think we want to click that when we switch over to steel tools. Or when we start switching over. And for this, they do not need to be activated for a long time, just a second. Right? So that one will be easy. We have to get rid of land-based taxation, which we're if we pass interventionalism here, that's like really gonna be easy one. Bureaucratic. I think we have to eat this. Because 21% is already like a good amount. Can we get education reforms? We've done that. We have to get literacy up. I think this is our most populous state. This place is going to be easier, I think, to get an urban center in, even though we only have 10. Because we can do this. Now it'll be at 50. Probably actually need these coal mines higher up. Decrease taxes again. Now we need to create demand for steel, because there's currently none. Support like 3-ish. It'll work its way up. We can put in here, we can put, what are people paying a lot for? A lot of things. Kind of been neglecting our pops a bit. But grain, fish, tobacco. So we have, incoming we have 10 more, urbanization, so it's going to be at 30. Now it'll be at 40, I think this is 5 per level, so 50. Spreading out the steel mill does have disadvantages because it makes this slower, but we're not going to time out on this one. We will time out on Sick Man of Europe when our ruler dies. I think that means we'll have, yeah, we have to do local governors. Well, at least he'll be innovative. Radicals are getting mad at us. Gonna start switching over more. Actually, no. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for some steel to finish. Okay, we could probably get this to high enough by just doing that. Now we are going to turn on. Where's the price of? I'm going to make this real expensive in a sec here. I think overall this is more efficient. Switch all to steel. Actually, we're going to start switching just a couple. Really hope that this interventionism passes. Then we probably don't need to run the taxes up as much. Only 20% chance, and we have like pretty good percent chance of getting like bad events because the landowners oppose it, and the landowners are pretty strong. If we get a particularly bad event, we'll come off of it and then come back. And now we're going to switch the rest of the tooling over. Oh, and we get interventionalism. Yes. This is the run. We're importing a lot of softwood, so that helps a lot. We are now get to make use of our investment pool, which is spitting out 38k for construction. So what we're going to do is we are going to turn on not all of them, because can't support that much, but we're going to turn on this one, which is really expensive. And I think Trebizond is making a couple, and we have those at the top. Every place that is not currently we're running a steel shortage. That'll fix soon. We want them to be less powerful, so there we go. And now we can also switch to per capita taxation, which is part of our thing. So we'll radicalize them though, so we could just let them chill for a little bit and go back to colonial affairs, which we want to pass anyways. But we notably need to pass more government admins as well. And this number will fluctuate quite a bit because some things are eligible for transfer, whereas others are not. Ooh, actually, our pool's not even that large. So we are going to need to increase taxes once we like run out of the pool. But that's quite a bit of tax waste. Once we get rid of that, that'll help a lot. We have a ton of production. Construction. Not too bad to switch the rest over. Gonna need more iron by a lot, but let's see what's expensive in our market. Lead is expensive. Interesting. Does this place have an urban center already? It does. Put a lead thing at the front. A lead farm, if you will. And yeah, now we're running a huge deficit because we're only making 10k for the investment pool transfer because our industrialists and capitalists, or sorry, capitalists and landowners only have so much money to give. So we are going to switch over to railways, I think. Or actually, that seems a little bit better. We also have to bring the price of steel down a bit. It's not too bad actually, but, or sorry, iron. We can modernize the army, I think. All we need to do is turn this on for a moment. Oh no, wait. We need Napoleonic warfare, which is tech spreading to us anyways. Okay. Looks like we're gonna need another government admin. And now everything is starting to look very nice. Haven't gotten this yet. So, do want to try and... How close are we here? That's 30. It'll be 40 after this. 50. We do have expensive for this stuff. So then, why don't we make, motor industries here? Well, let's see. 30, 40, 50, 60, so we gotta make 2 industries. I guess we could just do the good old textile mill furniture. And then, let's take a look at this state. Ah, should have built the lead mine here. Okay. That one we're actually not going to get off the ground into statehood. Or into getting an urban center. We are going to need sulfur mines anyways. So we can switch our paper method. So that'll be 10, 20, 30. We can make 3 of these. So that's 40, so we'll need... I guess we could do a government admin, we'll probably need more. And then textile and glassworks. Speaking of glassworks, I think we never turned on the market squares. Yep. then I think we can put these at the bottom again. And this should finish up our urbanization, I think. So now we need to increase literacy. That's going to be a bit of a difficulty. This we're going to get soon. It's morally correct, of course. I think we actually go for this one. And if we get the -10, we switch. Okay, we got the +20. Let's go. Now we're going to switch over the paperies right now. Merchant guilds. We don't want that. Sulfide pumping. Once these sulfide things finish. Creates the demand. In Albania, we will build a uni, because that's also a place. Now we have all these consumer goods coming out. And I think we're going to check the price of iron, actually. If the price of iron is low, it's a little low, then we can switch up all of our construction here. And then I think we need more tools. What's expensive? Cannons. Furniture, iron. Iron before tools. Actually going to take a look here, make sure that both of these have, yeah, they both have urban centers. Put this government admin on the top. Wood is super low in price because we're importing it. I love it. And because we switched over our guys. I think we do this because we don't want to we don't want to poke the bear. It's been a while since we looked at the diplomatic lens. Yeah, they really are not happy with us. Some other guys are quite happy with us. So... you know, I think I'm actually going to call this one here. Very importantly, we passed the super important interventionalism law, which is helping out quite a bit because it's making it so we are getting a transfer rate of around 20k. So this is just 20k of free money to be used in construction. And we are kind of chugging through these Tanzimat things to avoid the malices. If we fail these, it's particularly bad, and we stop becoming a recognized power, so we gotta get through these. This one, we are pretty close to passing, because after we do this, we're gonna pass a new tax form, so we're gonna get through this one. This one, we just need a tech, and then we need to turn on the infantry or whatever for a second, and that'll give it, and then this one... I assume it's such that the sick man of Europe is not gonna tick before then, and then we gotta enact some sort of public education or something in order to do this. I don't know if the unis we have are gonna cut it, but and we are about to start making a ton of money once all this finishes, because this most of our expense right now is in iron, or most of our this expense, and then this is will help the tax waste, which isn't super large, but it's something. So anyways, for next episode, we are looking to finish some of these reforms and maybe beat up Egypt. I think Egypt's quite a bit stronger than us right now, but mainly because they are using better PMs. We have the larger military. If we switch PMs, we will be stronger if we can find a way to switch PMs. Anyways, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube algorithm stuff, and have a good day.